Ladies and gentlemen, I'm about to play. I'm about to play an audio of what Division had to say like last week. Listen, ladies, it's 2023. Listen, I know y'all not going 50-50 with no man. Y'all not trying to be with no man that's not a provider. So I'm about to play this audio. We about to hear what Division had to say. Ladies, if it's given, I don't have it. If it's given broke boy, if it's given, I want to go 50-50, put a one. If it's given logical, if it's given makes sense, put a two. Okay. And I need all the women on the panel. I need y'all to be 100% honest. Charmin, I need you to be 100% honest. And everyone in the chat, I need y'all to be 100% honest about how you feel. So again, if it's given broke boy, 50-50 non-provider, put a one. If it's given logical and sensical, put a two. And Nikki, I'm gonna have you respond first. So here we go.
So y'all are a unit, y'all are one. When that money hit that account, it's one account. Again, if you lose your job tomorrow, y'all are a unit, y'all are one. When that money hit that account, it's one account. Again, if you lose your job tomorrow, you don't have nothing hitting that account. Like, he just still got his little money hitting that account, and that's not enough to sustain the lifestyle that y'all have, that y'all are living, and that y'all have came to make together. So to me, it's just kind of pointless to date somebody that significantly makes less than you, regardless if they, give you a lot of love, regardless of this, regardless of that. Money is a huge factor, like, and we can't, stray away from that. I understand today's day, it's good to hear, like, and people want to be like, oh, I don't care about money, blah, 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 because, that's what people want to hear in today's day, and that makes people seem more genuine. But no, like, money means a lot, because me, even as a man, a lot of men say that they don't care about, how much a woman makes. Shit, I do. I'm not dating a woman that, I'm not dating a woman that, makes significantly less than me or don't make none at all. So y'all are a unit. Y'all are one.
Hey, listen, everyone in the chat, one or two. We're going to start with Nikki, and then Black Widow. We're going to go to you, and then we're going to go to Charming, and then we're going to go to Mocha. Nikki, what do you think? Is it giving one or two?
What were the selections again? I'm sorry.
So one is giving broke boy, is giving 50-50, is giving non-provider. And two is giving logical, it's giving sensical. I understand what he's saying.
Oh no, that's definitely two. That's definitely a two. All the way.
Why you feel that way?
First of all, play the full
That's
clip.
two.
Not a sound
That's a
bite.
two.
Hold on, Nikki. Hold on.
For me specifically,
I'm gonna play. Okay. It's even in the chat. It's some people giving twos. It's some people giving ones. I want to play what.
It's like two people giving one. Everybody saying 2G. Because they know.
Context is king.
Hold on. I wanna play what Mocha had to say.
No, let me say what I have to say here. Mocha's here, right now. Same position.
Let me play the audio. And then you can expound.
That's why you pulled me in here.
Okay, so let's see here. All right, here we go. I got three. Okay, they're gonna be nice and short. Hold on. You go to the first one. What's the lowest amount of money a man needs to make less than you that you would seriously entertain?
I don't even get into those kind of conversations.
Oh no, that's the other lady. Okay, this is Mocha. I got two videos of Mocha. So let me see. The first one is titled 35-year-old black woman who earns $220K plus annually says she would date a man who makes between 50 and 60K annually. Do you believe her? Yes or no? So let's hear what Mocha had to say. You're telling me that as a six-figure earner yourself, that you would seriously entertain dating a man that makes 50K a year?
Especially now, let's not limit it to just 50K a year, but especially if he was a gentleman, because it wasn't just 50K a year. There were other things that I mentioned in terms of his core values. To me, that's more important. Having a man of integrity, right? Having a man that, like, we are on the same page is more valuable than money. I'm not throwing this out here to flex, but I'm just saying, if I make $220,000, right, that's more than some households make with multiple people in it. Money is not the issue. We're good, right? So even if he makes $50,000, then together we at what, $270,000 for A two-family household, that's more than enough. Money is not the issue. Right? There is nothing wrong with a woman who makes over 150,000, 220,000. If you meet a man who makes 50 or 60,000, then we have. I would never say I got 200,000, he got 50,000. No, we have 250 to 270,000. It's ours together. There is no power structure, but it depends on the mindset of the people in the situation. Right? There is nothing wrong with a woman.
All right, Nikki. So you said we going off of them three audios. So Nikki, you said 2 for division. Now, as a woman, are you dating a man? Are you what you feel about what Mocha?
That's not what this live is about.
Hey Nikki, you getting down with that program or not? Or he gotta go find somebody else on his level.
Nah, like me personally, I don't have a problem doing the 50-50 thing because I feel like if we're together and we're building something, then it should be equal effort on both sides. Like, me personally, I don't feel comfortable having somebody just solely take care of me. Um, and vice versa. I don't want to solely take care of somebody else. I'm not really sure. Like, I'm still kind of confused on the concept. I feel like they're both right, pretty much. Like, I feel like they both were speaking facts. They're both, got some good points. I can't really pinpoint like which
I'm not gonna lie
which
to
is
you,
better.
Mocha. Like hearing that and you saying like you making just significantly way more than your man, and then you tied it into saying we as a man, especially in 2023, if you saying that you making $220,000 and your man making 50K, me personally, I'll be like, damn, if she's saying this our money, I might as well not work it out, honestly. So because I know
But see,
it's gonna
that
be,
that
I
goes
know it's
back
gonna
to
be we.
character. That's
No,
a
but listen.
character thing.
But no, no, no. I would still uphold good character because I feel like to get to that point of you even saying we, I would have had to prove that to you already. So if I would have proved that to you already based off my good character, I would feel like either one wouldn't have to work or I could just slack at work because I know I could depend on we.
That still falls back into like that's a virtue thing, right? Because though we are a unit and we are moving together, we're gonna want the betterment of each other, right? Have you ever been married?
No, no,
Okay.
no, not legally, of course, but I feel like married. You can have a marital bond with somebody, but not, like I guess sign no papers. So
Until you have the commitment and believe that you have become a union with a person, that you guys are one. There is married people don't have a 50-50 conversation. At least healthy marriages don't. Because what we have in a household is ours, right? And so we'll never see eye to eye on that if you still look at an individual when you are in a as a united front divided, right? And so and I think too, and I still stand on that to this day. I value people, I use things. The amount of money that I make will never dictate the person that I'm with. If I make how much money a man brings in, a great percentage in my consideration of being with that person, right? What does that say about me? Because money does not determine loyalty, honesty, the character that a person has. And it just depends on where your values are. My values are not with money, right? Like, it's just not in money,
well,
right?
based off of the
Like,
hypothetical, that's you able to comfortably say that because you saying you bringing in 220K a year. It'd be a difference if you say you was bringing in 30K a year and he bringing in 50K a year. I feel like that gray area would be filled heavily with you worried about what the finances are. But I feel like when you put that in the hypothetical, you not gonna worry about money because you got it. So you ain't
so
got to
that's
worry
the
about what he
beautiful
bringing in.
thing. That's the beautiful thing about me, right? I don't talk with statistics and I don't talk in hypotheticals. And even in that last live, I gave a prime example when I got married at 21 and my ex-husband, as soon as he graduated from FAMU, he was making 70,000. I was working at LA Fitness. I was going to school and working at LA Fitness, right? I still didn't marry that man because of his money. And even after I got out of school, if you recall, I shared that I don't know if I shared this with you guys on the live, but our plan was, since we were already for the most part living out of his check, that we would use my check to pay off his debt and then save one income and live off of the other. Now, for whatever reasons, that didn't work. But it's never been about money because my value is not in money. So that's not something that I'm weighing in heavy. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I don't think we'll ever see eye to eye on that because we just view things differently. But to this day, I still don't feel like if I met a man and he was making 50, 60,000, which most people are not making. I can honestly say the police officer that I met, His county pays him 138,000 a year. The CEO, I don't know how much he make, but I know he make more than 80,000 a year. And obviously the dentist make more than that. But if I met a man and he was making 50 or 60,000, but he was reliable, dependable, regularly went to work. We also mentioned if he had a job that was paying him 50,000, he might have benefits that equate to another 10 or 20,000, right? Where I could be on his health insurance and that's less off of me. The problem that we have, I really think, in a big fallout in a lot of relationships is everybody is selfish and self-centered, my versus your, instead of just being our. Like, and here's another thing too: you meet a man that's making 50,000, you write him off because he's making that less. Anybody with a stable job, every year you get increases for the most part. This is just what I know of people. People get increases. So he could be making 50,000 this year and in 3 years be easily making 80. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just don't think
No,
money is a
I
reason to
agree.
discredit
I
people.
agree heavily on the, union and its hours. I've told plenty of people, and I've told a lot of my close friends the same thing. When you're in a marriage, it definitely is ours. There is no yours or mine. It's because y'all are together, y'all are a union. I agree with that. But what I'm more so speaking on is if it's going to be in ours, we need to be equal to one another because your partner, your husband is your equal. Your wife is your equal. So we need to be equal essentially in a lot of the important factors and a lot of the important aspects. I feel like finances is a huge important factor when you're in a union because again, from what I explained, if you're living or you came to become comfortable with a certain lifestyle that you live in the scenarios that I even gave, if we live in a nice house or we treat each other to nice things or we want to get up and live a lavish lifestyle and say, okay, on Thursday we just gonna book a flight and fly to Dubai. It's like if I'm making majority of the money and you're not making anything, it always has to be dependable on me. So if I don't got it or if I'm not booking it and paying for it, we can't do it. But a relationship is more fun and flexible when you're able to both essentially take that lead and say, okay, one day he gonna take care of it and do it. The other day she can take care of it and do it. And then we all know life is not perfect. And I tell people all the time with the COVID incident, a lot like COVID literally came in and like what I'm saying, gave a lot of people a wake up call. A lot of people was comfortable in life, felt like what they was making at that moment that was gonna be stagnant and forever. And then that reality really hit. A lot of people lost their jobs. A lot of people became uncomfortable in certain situations they were in. So it's like if I'm making the money and I'm the breadwinner and we have to depend on me, and a situation like that in life occurs, since life is not perfect, or you can't always measure how life will go, it's like, damn, if I fall on my feet for 2 seconds, I can't depend on you as my equal and my woman to make sure that we good until I get back on my feet as the man. Like, I don't want to be in a relationship where it's heavily leaning towards one side over the other. If we're going to say that we're equals to one another, we need to be equal in a lot of aspects. That means financially, spiritually, mentally, emotionally, romantically. But it's just like to lean more. And I'm not saying that everything in life and marriages are going to always be 50-50, of course, because I've talked to older couples as well, and married couples that's been married forever, and they've said, like, of course at times you're going to have 70-30, 60-40, sometimes 100-0, and 90-10. I get that in certain situations and certain things, but just for it to be like permanently that way, where we've set kind of ourselves in a situation to be like, okay, for life I'm going to be making this and you're going to be making, significantly less, or I'm going to be contributing significantly more and you're going to be contributing significantly less. I'm not going to be in a permanent marriage to where I'm always giving 80% and you giving me 20. I can understand certain situations, but always, no.
I mean, and that's just where
So
we like respectfully, because we're different people, we just agree to disagree. Number one, people don't come ready made, right? So I'm not going to miss out on a
right.
person that really gets and connects to the most important parts of me. For me, money with a man is not important. I need you to understand me as an individual and accept, respect, and love me truly as an individual. I'm not going to eliminate somebody off of money for that, right? Like, that's just for me. Also, again, I'm gonna reiterate, people don't come ready made. So though he may be, and like I said, a great man, great characteristics, go to work and starts off at 50,000, he's not gonna end up at 50,000. That's just that. It's just not what it is, So, and then you mentioned like things can happen. I could lose my job. There can always be a fallout, but that's really what I want. I want to marry my best friend and somebody that we can go through the highs and the lows of life together, and we gonna get through it. Because one thing I know for sure, two things for certain: If I'm willing to put in the work, the effort to generate the resources, and he is too, then we ain't gonna be homeless. And how about this? I really want the kind of connection with somebody that I love them so much that we could live in a box together. That'll never happen because of my own individual fortitude. And I believe that the man that I end up with will have the same. So those are things like when we start disqualifying people for superficial things, to me, money is superficial. I'm not saying that you're wrong, for having that requirement. When we start disqualifying people for superficial things, I really feel like you miss out. Like you really miss out. And I would much rather be with somebody who I love to be with. I can laugh with. They're gonna hold me accountable. They're gonna call me out on my stuff. You know what I'm saying? Than to be with somebody who have money.
Yeah,
That's just
and
not my
I
value.
think just
Can I
for
jump
hold on
in?
one second for one quick clarification. I feel like maybe I didn't clarify it fully, so I want people to understand too. I'm not exclusively saying that money is the only factor and that's the only thing that you need to pay attention to, and that's going to make the partner make or break the partner. Like I understand everything you're saying. Like you want to make sure they're a good person, good communicator. You know, you truly love them deeply, everything, and I agree with that heavily. I'm just saying a part of all that money is important as well. So I'm not trying to make it seem like okay, you only got to worry about if they make a lot of money, and that's the end all be all. So of course, you know, you make sure you still connect with them, you still love them, you still, you know, that's gonna be your soulmate and your best friend. But make sure your soulmate and your best friend is not broke.
Go ahead, Charmin.
Yeah, so to go back to like the ranking, right? Because you said one, like I'm somewhere in the middle, and I'm saying that because I would say if I was gonna give it an answer, it'd be like 1.5, but it's not because I don't think it's given broke boy at all. I think it's given very very realistic, but at the same time, me personally, just the way I was raised, I ultimately want to be the provider. But right now, I'm not making 100K yet, right? And when I get there, I that's a conversation to be had. But I live in New York. I'm not sure where everybody else lives. I don't know how much eggs are right now for where you guys are at, but it's expensive. So if I'm bringing somebody on board, you got to bring some money with you too because it's hard out here. It's not easy to live out here. You know what I mean? Like you want somebody that's gonna bring bread. Like and I think what's missing from a lot of people is just be realistic. Like, yo, I need another income, especially living out here in New York. Another income is gonna make life very much more easier, right? And a lot of us are not at that stage. Like the percentage of people who make 100K is below 10%. So to actually sit here and be like, okay, yeah, I'm making 100K, she got making 100K. It's not realistic. You know what I mean? Like to find another person that's making 100K that you are compatible with, that is black, that is, you know what I mean? That is like the odds are very very slim. So you got so yes, she got to bring in something, but I don't think like if she brought in 50K, that's fine with me. You know what I mean? To say qualify to say she's disqualified because she doesn't bring in a minimum like of 80K, I that wouldn't be my assessment.
Hey, Black Widow, what's up?
Nothing much. I'm listening. I'm enjoying it. I actually love what Mocha said when she's like, we can live in a box. Not that we're going to, but we can live in a box. I literally told that to my ex husband. I was like, babe, I would live with you in a box if I had to. Like, I'd be there with you. Not that we're gonna do that, but that's the kind of loyalty. So I love that you have that mindset of it doesn't matter about the money, it's about the person and the character. Because at the end of the day, like I said, if you took all that stuff away, what are you left with? Just you, yourself, your character, and who you are. But
And
I,
money is a resource,
yeah,
Let me
right?
tell you. Let me tell you. A lot of
We
people
can
can
get
say
more money.
a lot of people can say that they will live in a box until they've actually lived in a box. Okay, so I don't want to make it seem like that statement that you made was at all disingenuous, but a lot of times we speak on certain situations that we've never experienced, and I'm telling you, when you reach an ultimate low in life and you reach a certain place that you never thought you could get before, and it just makes you so uncomfortable. You pride yourself in never getting back to
how
that
you
same
doing?
place. We cannot make it seem like money is, you know, this just, you know, printable monopoly too. Like of course money is printable, but like it's not just this for a play thing. This is literally how we maintain and sustain life. Without money we cannot eat. Without money we cannot have a roof over our head. Without money we can't have the entertainment that keeps us happy. Money literally makes life. So I understand, like y'all are saying, like y'all don't want to value it too much. But I'm telling you right now, from the time that you're born and the time that you're being raised into life as an adult, if nobody ever handed you $1 for anything, you're not going to make it into this world if you cannot pay for the slightest of the slightest thing. And again, it's cool that we speak on certain situations, but until you reach that ultimate low and you're actually living in that box, or you're actually in a situation where your water is not running and you have to, get
Stop
gallons of
and
water
beg.
to wash up, or you have to do like talk to real people that have grew up in the projects, grew up in poverty, grew up
You're
in
looking at one.
like, yeah. So I'm saying, like, stuff like that, like, is very hard. You need money, and I'll be damned. Like, I'm not gonna sit here and lie to everybody and say, oh, me and my partner could live in a box. I don't want that for myself. I don't want that type of life. Like, I deserve
Miss
riches
Tasha.
and royalty.
I mean,
Like,
nobody wants that. But just it's just the example of, like you said, you're in that position of extremely low. What would you do? Would you stay by your person? Because I've actually have a really good friend that did that, where they were living in their car, and he told his wife, he's like, "Baby, go stay at your mom's. Leave me. Don't be with me. We're in a car. Like, I don't want this for you." She said, "No, I'm gonna be by your side. I'm gonna be in this car with you, and we're gonna make it through this." And they did. They have a child. They're married. He's making 100K now because they already went through that. But when they were in that car, he said, "I want you to leave me because I want better for you. Like, I don't want you to be here with this. You
yeah,
can go
and
with
when
your
you
mom."
reach that type of low, it's cool as to have that loyalty and stick by your partner, and y'all work out of a better place. But I feel like I was more so speaking at the angle of some people will make it seem like just because they hit that low, they'll stay stagnant and stay within that low just because they have each other. And it's like, what the hell? Like, no, work towards better for yourself, at least if y'all hit that low. But some people will be like, oh, well, we can hit this low, and as long as we got together, we'll stay here. Like, no.
Nah, nah,
Can
listen.
I say something really quickly?
Go ahead,
I'm
Mo.
so sorry.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
And I just think, especially like as a black woman, I'm from Detroit. I grew up in the projects, and I have seen, witnessed, and identify with the plight of the black man. So just because, and as I said before in the previous live, the amount of money that I make is not because I'm such a grand person.
And
I
your
had a
mentor.
mentor who
Yeah.
introduced me to a profession that is very lucrative, right? If it wasn't for that person, I wouldn't be where I am. I love black men. I understand that where I come from, what we were exposed to, a lot of people don't even know how to get to it, right? And so I just not willing to use my money or my resources. Like, why can't my resources be our resources as we build together? And here's the thing, because this is a question I had to ask myself, right? In terms of like identifying my dating pool. What if I meet a man who makes 60,000 and I love everything about him and he never wants to advance? Right? Would I be okay with that? This is a question I had to ask myself. He checked off everything else was perfect, but he was comfortable in the job he had. He never wanted to go to management. He never wanted to make more money. He made enough to cover his bills and everything. And I make what I make. Would I still stay? And my answer to myself was yes, because my money again is not just my money when I marry somebody, it's ours. So there is no division in that. So if and we talked about this, we worked out the specifics. I don't want to go through it again. I don't want to waste time, but we talked about, this in the last live. I'm okay with that because my value is not in things, it's in the person. So I'm no better of a person because I make more money. You get what I'm saying? Like, I just
Yeah.
found
Mo.
a lucrative career.
Yeah, Moga. It's
So
not
I
about
got a question for that then.
one
So
second.
would you?
It's not about
Okay.
being. It's not about being a better person. And maybe it could be like a cultural thing. Cause like even though I was like born and raised in America, like I have West African parents, and like certain cultures is just different.
Hey,
Like
I'm
certain
Nigerian.
cultures, yeah, okay. Yeah, my mom's Nigerian, my dad's Liberian, but like certain cultures, like you not even about to step to like somebody's family and ask for, as a man, you're not even gonna step to someone's family and ask for their daughter's hand in marriage. And like they like to say here, be financially stable. You're gonna be in a certain position before you even step to a woman's family. And even in certain places in the world and in Africa, like bro, like dowries is a real thing. Like you gonna be in a certain place financially for yourself and prove that you can take care of this woman and be a provider for her family, but you also gonna pay for their daughter as well. You gonna pay for their daughter. Like that's how serious it is. So like I understand the whole love thing, but like a woman should not be, at least I believe, a woman should not be dating a man or contemplating marriage with a man simply because he puts a smile on her face and bring butterflies to her stomach. Like any man that asks for any of my sister's hands in marriage that come to my parents, like first, it's gonna be a hell of a vetting process, but like, no, it's one thing. It's like life happens, right? Like life happens. Like like we talked about in the last lie. It could be a bad investment. People get sick. People like tragic things happen in life to where people have down moments. But I'm not encouraging no woman to like not damn sure not my sisters. I'm not encouraging no woman to be with a man that's not financially stable. I'm not encouraging no woman to be with a man that got bad credit. I'm not encouraging no woman to be with a man that can't hold down a job, that don't got a career. Like
But that's
no.
not what we was talking about. We
Okay,
not talking about that.
that's not what we was talking about. But like I'm with division on the whole. Like like another girl I was talking to recently. She said, "Man, we could be in a hut as long as I'm being loved the way that I want to be loved. I'll be happy." I'm like, "No, you will not be happy." Like
Right.
I 100% agree with division that like people just be saying things because it sound good sometimes, but like you never really been in a hut before. Like you never really lived in the car and like had to go to the gym to take a shower or had to go to somebody else's house just take a shower. Like a lot of people never did it before, but it sound good to say like, oh, I would.
So
We could be in a box. We could be in a hut. We could be in a 300 square foot studio. You never did it before though.
so is a man making $60,000 or 50? We the case that we used in the last live was $52,000. That equates a hut and that kind of like
No, no,
slum living.
no. Like you said, if he making $52,000 and he got benefits and he on the up and up, if
Because
she making
even with
if
how
she
much money. Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
if she making $52,000 or less, that I be with that man. Y'all are at the same place. But I'm not gonna tell my sister that make 100 some thousand dollars a year to go be with no man that's making 50K. Absolutely not. Because like we talked about in the last live, you are an anomaly. You are a unicorn, whether you wanna acknowledge it or not. Most women are not gonna do what you do. Most women that make the amount of money you make, like most women, they don't even see men that's not on the same socioeconomic level as them. They don't even see them. Those men are invisible to them. If you're not making at least the same as me, we not rocking with each other. And the whole you're right about the whole it should be ours. But modern women is saying my money is my money and your money is our money. That's what
Yeah,
they're saying.
yeah.
So can we like case in point, let's use me as a case study. I'm
Okay.
35 years old, 220,000 a year, no kids, black woman. So we got to take the end of the darker complexion. Let's take all this into account. If I am only looking for, and I only date black men, what is the dating pool like for me?
The dating pool, the okay. Okay, you said we want to use you as a case study. So
Because I
Yeah.
let's we don't have to
Can
do hypotheticals.
okay,
Let's
yeah, yeah. So
can I?
so 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 I'm gonna answer it based off of you and what you've disclosed to us. Being
Yeah.
that you are the anomaly, being that you are the unicorn, the dating pool is still very large for you. But if we're not talking about Mocha, if we're talking about most women, whether she black, Caucasian, Hispanic, Asian, if she's the more money she makes, the more accomplished and successful she becomes, the dating pool decreases and becomes significantly smaller because again, women want to date men that they feel at the very least are on their level. And the higher up a woman goes in life, the smaller it's gonna be because unlike men, y'all not trying to quote unquote date down. Y'all not trying to. That money matters. What's
I
up, Black?
think I think we
Isn't
could be a
she
little more
asking what's
proud.
the
Oh, go ahead.
pool? Like, what's the dating pool for her, right? That's the question.
Okay, the dating pool for black men, but okay, that's what I'm
For
saying.
Mocha, like, what's the dating pool for Mocha
For
The
me,
specifically?
dating the dating pool the dating pool for Mocha gonna date a police officer that makes 60K. She gonna date a dentist that got his own
no, but I'm
practice that
saying
makes
based
500K.
on your criteria, if it's based on like, so if let's start with just money, right? Because y'all said that 50,000 was too great of a
Distant.
disparity.
Yeah.
Okay, so what is a good disparity? I'm at 220 a year. What man? Where should I be looking for a man to be at what range?
Okay. If I'm gonna answer, and then I'm gonna let Charmin and Division answer. So for me, if we using you for example, if we gonna use 220, I think you should at least be looking for 190 and up. That's me. 190 and up.
And I
What
only
about
date black men.
yeah? But and yeah, and we both know and y'all going to be last year, ladies and gentlemen, the black man's average earnings was 43K. So we know like 98% of black men is not even going even you're not even gonna be able to 98% of black men not even gonna qualify to date you.
That's my
So
dating pool. Less than
so
2%.
Wait, so
so
Mocha,
so we're talking about her
are you
stats, not her,
specifically?
right? We're talking
No, we
about like
speak.
we're
No, we
talking about
speaking
like
on Mocha specifically. I think you in real life you make 220K a year.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, so this is what I'll say. If you make 220K a year in real life, and I can't speak for it because we speaking on you specifically, you're a very beautiful black woman, and you have a nice smile. So you shouldn't even
Thank you.
like be dating in the pool with the Dusties. You need to go shop in the NFL. You need to go be shopping in the NBA. Your face is there, like everything is there. So you need to be trying to go find a man that's making that the same, like Noble said, 190K or up. Like that man need to be making some money. I just feel like please stop shopping around for the dusties for the bums,
I'm
because
not.
that's
I'm not
that's
shopping for
that's
no
that's
No, but
that's
dusties.
that's not true.
Mocha, you are though, because that's why I said we said we using you. You already told us that like if this man got a career and he got benefits, that you gonna entertain him. So in reality,
And that's
especially
not
when it comes
dusty
to
feet.
black men, there's a lot. There's a good amount of black men that make between 50 and 60K. So your dating pool is not that small. But for the average person and the average woman, her dating pool gonna decrease by 98% if she only want to date black men.
Right, but see, I was saying based on what you guys were saying the criteria should be on
I
pay
stand on what I
range.
said. I say you should be looking for 190K and up. That's where I
And
stand.
when and for instance, when Division said like NFL players and NBA players, number one, I don't know how I would ever come across that. Number
I
two, I don't know that I would
okay,
want that. But
okay. You
you
need
know what
to,
kind of women these men like, and
yeah.
it ain't my kind. I
Okay,
personally feel
but
like
look, but
that.
look,
No,
but
yes
look.
it is. Let me tell you something. They like listen. They like women. The ones that you see on social media, them for a good time, but yours for the long time. That you is what they want to marry, what they want to settle down with. I'm telling you, especially from your mindset. So don't let social media confuse you and think that you're not for them or whatever. They is honestly looking for you. You better go ahead buy you some tickets and go to a game or so and
Bro,
just
I was
stare
just
at
about
them real
to
quick.
say,
Cause I'm
Mocha,
telling you, you a bag one real quick, and they
Mocha,
looking for you.
Mocha. I was just
Did
at
you
the.
just say they're looking for a long time? Like men are looking for a long time in general?
Yeah, I'm saying like the women that essentially she was like she's not what they're looking for, but I'm saying the women that you see, the Instagram models and all that on Instagram and all that, that's for a little good time, a little one night or whatever. But I feel like she's a long time, the wife material. That's what I was saying.
Hey, Nikki.